This morning I want to share with you a story I heard about a guy named Tim Durst. Actually, the story is about Tim's son, Jacob. So March 21st, 1997, that's a day that Tim and his wife will never forget. That's the day they were told that their 22-month-old son, Jacob, was diagnosed with leukemia. Now, if it would have been 30 years earlier, and it would have been Tim in Jacob's shoes, and the doctors were breaking the news to Tim's parents, they would have said he has 6 weeks to live. But for the news for Jacob, it was much more hopeful. It was 50-50. Fast forward to now, Jacob is 17 years old, and he's a senior in high school, and he's going on college interviews. So that's a great success story. Cancer has come a long ways. In 1964, the 5-year survival rate for children with leukemia was 3%. Now it's over 90%. See, some people think that if you get cancer, you're going to die. And that's not always the case. We're finding cures every day. I used to think that leukemia was terminal, but it's far from that now. There's a new generation of cancer patients who are they're not only surviving, but they're living. And a lot of that is thanks to the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Leukemia Lymphoma Society is finding cures for cancer. We've come a long ways, but we still have a lot of work to do. So I'm honored to say that this year I've been nominated as a candidate for the 2016 Man of the Year for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society fundraiser. This is a fundraiser they put on every year to raise as much money as we can in 10 weeks to help fund research. My campaign team consists of an army of passionate health and fitness professionals like myself. Personal trainers from my gym, a chiropractor, Group X instructors, aerobics instructors, yoga instructors, massage therapist, a physician. We get to help people overcome obstacles to live a happier and healthier life every day for our jobs. And so now we get to help them provide hope too. And so I'm really honored to be a part of this. This is something I always envisioned my gym being able to do, and it's something we plan on doing every year. And I'm working on my post just in case I do win. Well, because I was so busy with the fundraiser starting, I really failed on getting my speech ready today, but I was not going to cancel on Monday and I was not have another speaker. So for the rest of my speech, you guys get to hear me talk about my fundraiser. So until that white card comes up or I run out of things to say, you're stuck hearing about it. So we pass that around that way, and we pass that around that way. Okay, while you're getting that out, there's one of them just a schedule of events we're putting on. We're going to put on a ton of events. We already have a meetup group that does fitness stuff for the community on a regular basis that's free. And so our group is so awesome, and they're becoming so much of a group that they're willing to let us make these events cost money for 10 weeks to help us raise money. So that's a big jump already for us. There's a few stats I throw on here. Every 10 minutes in the United States, a child or adult dies from leukemia or related cancers. Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's mission is to find a cure for blood cancers and improve the livelihood of victims and families who's suffering from these diseases. Priority Fitness has teamed up with Baltusca Chiropractic and Be Fit for Life community to raise money for this great cause. As a team, we consist of an army of health and fitness professionals. Last year, the leukemia, this Kansas City chapter raised over $550,000 during this 10-week time period, and this year their goal is for us to raise over $640,000. And so our campaign team goal is to raise $100,000. So we want to be the first team to get into six figures. Here's how you can help. So on the first page, the flyer, you can make a donation. There's a link here. You can make a donation yourself. You can come to some of our events, and you can just help spread the word to other people to come to our events. I'll tell you about our events in a second. And here's the other thing you can help with your business. There are many businesses where if your company might match your offer. So if you donate, depending on where you work, they may match the offer that you give us, or they may want to give us donations for some of our events. Go to the next page, the events. What I'm doing is I'm selling bands. There's this band, the band I have on right now, I have some of them with me. But these are $20 and they get you into 80% of the events on the list. and they say, make fitness a priority. It's inspired by this really popular book that's out right now. And on the other side it says 24/7, 365. And so you get the band for $20 and you get into 80% of our events that we put on just by wearing the band. There's one event, we have an event tomorrow called the Big 12 Challenge, and so at our studio we're just going to have, it's going to be like a field day setup, and so it's going to be Big 12 themed. So we're coming up with all the exercises yesterday. I think the Texas station is going to have some kind of rope slam, and there's going to be like a medicine ball, squat and throw and shuffle for KU, and all the rest of them is just going to be a surprise. I'm not going to spoil it. And so, but it's going to be a pretty fun workout. But there's 12 stations, and so we have a couple of deserter stations for the teams that left us. But that would be really fun. And I have a raffle. Every one of these big events we'll have a raffle for. And so for this one, we already have some really good items. I train Q104 Joshua James. If anyone listens to his Drive at 5 show, I started training him now, and he's going to be giving us raffle tickets throughout the case. So for this raffle tomorrow, he's giving 4 VIP experiences to any of the Power and Light Hot Country Nights shows that they put on. And there's also going to be a month of training in there and a few other things. A few other cool events that we'll have. Most of March is March Madness themed. We'll have a bracket challenge, and I'm also going to have an online training package that you can get with all these events for a flat rate. So I'll tell you more about that when it comes out. We're going to have a pump and run 5K, where it is a 5K, it's a lifting experience, and then a 5K and an after party. And then there's going to be a boot camp inspired by my book in April, and also in May, I'll tell you much more about it, but we're going to try to set a world record with our gym. So that'll be exciting. But thank you for listening to me. But if you have any funds to donate for us for our cause, it is a great cause and a great cause to be a part of. Thanks.